guys, it's Manager Kylie, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can impress your coaches at your high school sports tryouts. So as high school sports seasons are starting to come up, the fall season tryouts are coming right around the corner for many schools. I thought I'd share with you some tips from a high school sports coach on how you can impress your coaches at your tryouts. These aren't going to be very sports specific, as they're not going to be like which skills you need for each specific sport, but I'm going to go through some of more the personable skills and different things that coaches notice outside of your physical ability of the sport and how you can impress your coaches to make there be a higher chance that you end up on their team. But if you guys are interested in more sports administration videos just like this, definitely subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload, as I post a new video every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to dive into these tips and tricks. So I've coached high school volleyball now for 4 years, and it's definitely important to impress your coaches at those tryouts. Coaches are both looking for soft skills, your hard skills, and then your physical volleyball or whatever sport you're playing skills. So it's not just about how well you can play the sport on what makes a good athlete and a good teammate, and coaches are looking at for some of those other skills as well. I know especially for our team, when we're looking at kids and trying to decide between two different players that have the exact same set of skills, we're going to look at who has some of these other soft skills that aren't related to the actual physical part of the game that are going to make us a better team. So one of the first skills you can do is all about when you show up to the tryout. You want to make sure that you show up early. If the tryout is, say, at 8 a.m., you don't want to show up at 8 a.m. You want to show up before then. You want to be ready to go at 8 a.m. So you want to show up ahead of time, have your shoes, your water. You want to be prepared when you show up. Bring anything you can possibly need. So if you're playing volleyball, you're going to need shoes. You may need a water. You're going to need a snack. If you're playing soccer, you might want your cleats, a ball, whatever you need for your specific sport. You want to make sure you show up with all the equipment you need. You show up prepared, ready to go, and then whatever time that tryout starts, you're ready to go at that start time. We don't want to be coming in right at the start time. That doesn't look prepared to our coaches. We want to show up ahead of time. I like to think of the motto, if you're 15 minutes early, you're late. So you want to make sure that you're there on time, early, ready to go. You do want to also do your homework maybe a little bit ahead of time. So depending on your school, you may have had some sort of preseason meeting. I know a lot of the schools in my area, and especially our school, has a preseason meeting with the coaches. So you want to go to that, get all the information about the tryouts and about the season. You might want to do some of the workouts if the coach gives you workouts for the summer. Be prepared, get in shape for the sport, do some homework on the sport, know some of the basic knowledge of it, even if you've never played the game before. Try to look it up a little bit, get to know some of the game, and get to know your coach a little bit. You may want to see a little bit more about their coaching style and just get to know what the fit is going to be with your coach. Once the tryout starts, you want to make sure that you are paying attention. Eye contact is very important, and your body language is very important. If you're standing with your arms crossed on the side, the coach is going to notice that. You want to be paying attention, nodding along, acknowledging what the coach is saying, and making sure that you're listening to all the different drills. And on that, if you have questions during tryouts about different drills, the rules of a drill, especially if you're new to the sport and new to that coach, ask those questions. The coach would rather see that you're asking questions, wanting to know what is that you're supposed to be doing versus not supposed to be doing. So it's to show that you are paying attention. Just make sure when you're asking those questions, you wait until the coaches actually explain the whole drill and then ask your questions, because sometimes when the coach is explaining something, they may answer your question while they're explaining it. So once the coach finishes explaining a drill, ask a question if you have one. Just say, hey, coach, what did you mean by this? Or what are you looking for specifically for this? So that you have those questions and it shows that you're engaged in what they're saying, but you may need some clarification on what they did say. It's also important in these tryouts for your skill to play your own game. You are showing off your skills. So you want to make sure that you partner yourself up with somebody that's going to help you succeed, but you also want to just show off your important skills. Don't be just partnering up with your friends because they're your friends. That actually can sometimes make you look worse because you may be giggling around and not paying full attention. Play your game and show off your different skills. It's also important to show versatility and all the different different skills you know. So on a basketball court, you want to show that you can dribble, you can shoot, and just show that you could be a multifaceted teammate to show that you can play a bunch of different positions. If the coach is going to try to put you in a scrimmage situation, they may change around what position you're in. They're looking to figure out where they can fill you on their team. So be willing to try new positions, try new things, and listen to whatever the coach says, because they may be trying to put you in a different position that might be new, but they're going to teach you how to do it. But they just want to see if you're capable of doing that and taking that direction. It's also important to be coachable. The coach may come and give you a small direction. You want to react and make that change. If the coach tells you to hold the ball in a certain way, you want to hold the ball in a certain way. If you're catching a basketball and they tell you to catch it a certain way, try to make that change. It's not going to always work perfectly the first time, but if you show that you're trying to make that change, they'd rather see that than you just staying in your old ways and not listening to them. It's also important to hustle. Hustle is important in any sport, and it's important if the coach says, hey, we're going to go bring it in all over here. Don't just stroll over to the coach, run over to the coach, take a jog over to the coach. If they say, can you go pick up that equipment, hustle over there, pick up that piece of equipment. Be moving around with some pace and some authority to show that you really care, that you want to be there. We're not going to just be kind of lollygagging around, slowly walking around. You want to show some pace, show some authority, and really hustle to everything you're doing. Another thing on that, it's important to be a good teammate. You may have just met some of these people and you may not know them, but still cheer them on. They're going to be your teammates for the season. So you want to make sure that you're cheering people on in different drills. So if you're finished before somebody in a drill, you may want to cheer them on. Or if you're on the sideline for a drill in some sort of scrimmage, cheer them on. Cheer on the teammates. Give each other high fives, things like that. It just shows that you really care about your teammates and that you'd work together well as a team. And then my biggest note for anybody trying out for a high school sports team, you may be coming in as a freshman, scared as can be, everyone's going to make a mistake. Don't worry about the screw-ups that you make in the tryout. Everybody's going to make a mistake. You may not make the perfect pass, you may not make the perfect play, and you might not have that amazing skill that they're looking for. Everybody's going to make a mistake. It's okay. That's just life. Just show off what you do have. Show off the different skills you have, and if you make a mistake, move on from it. Don't let it worry you for the rest of the day and hold you down. You make a mistake, you move on, and you go on to the next play. It's gonna happen. Mistakes happen. It's just the part of life. So make sure that you just focus on that, and again, tryouts are something fun. They're supposed to be fun, and it's getting you involved in the sport. Don't let it stress you out. Not everybody's going to make the team. That is part of life. I didn't make the team my freshman year of high school for volleyball, and now I'm coaching for the same team. So just be aware. It's a fun experience. There's great ways to get involved, even if you don't make the team, but really show off those awesome skills to the coaches, both your physical skills of the sport and some of those soft skills to really help you impress your coaches and make that team. Good luck to everybody that is trying out for this high school season. I know you guys are all going to do great. There's lots of awesome sports coming up in the fall. And if you're seeing this video later on in the winter, spring, good luck with your tryouts. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.